You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 499, recorded October 2023, posted April 2025. Math is fun when you're not a werewolf.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a Dungeon Master. I use he, him pronouns, and today we are continuing the adventure, The Lore of Lurue. We might, in fact, conclude the adventure. You never know. Our adventures have been sucked inside a book, as happens in Candlekeep Adventures. This book is a story about Lurue, the mystical unicorn deity of the forest and, woodland creatures and basically all the things that are like nice and homey and pure about nature and the woods. But things are not going well for Lurue as our adventurers have traveled across this holodeck forest and encountered strange things. They have learned that followers of Malar, the Beast Lord, a god of, carnage and savagery and kind of the brutal, angry parts of animalistic life, are seeking to corrupt a site of worship for Lurue and do some bad things. And because this seems to be what the holodeck version of this book requires, the adventurers have set out to right a wrong, and at this point are very close to arriving at the pool, the eternal spring that is the site of this maleficence. Allow me to introduce our players. They will introduce their characters, and we will jump right into it. First up, Chief Unicorn herself, Kathy Campbell.
Hello, I am Kathy Campbell, she, her pronouns, and I am playing Hermioneigh. Also, she, her pronouns, and she is a centaur fighter. And I have been promised a unicorn, and I would like to collect on that promise. All
right. Also joining us, he's running the stream and streaming his eyes. It's James Thompson.
I am James Thompson, he, him pronouns. I'm playing Naiasa Nightweaver, she, her, who's a high elf rogue goth, but still secretly enjoys rainbows.
Assistant to the regional unicorn, it's Erica Ensign.
Ooh, I will take that title for sure.
It may not have been approved by HR yet, so just,
No, totally accepted. Erica can do whatever she wants.
Never mind. Update your email profile.
Yes.
Go to LinkedIn. It's, the check's in the mail.
I need to update my resume now. But first, I will introduce my character, Frittat'ha, a Goliath barbarian. Both of our pronouns are she, her.
Also joining us, it's Micah Sargent. Welcome back, Micah.
Oh, thank you. I play Ajguri Lonewalker Mako Tatahani, known by friends and enemies as Lonewalker. Lonewalker is a Goliath paladin. He and I both use he, him pronouns.
And last but certainly not least, welcome back to the podcast, Sebastian. Hi, Sebastian.
Thank you. I'm Sebastian, and I am playing Lovyn Oakenheart, a rogue forest gnome, and we are both he, him.
All right, so what have you been up to? You have journeyed through this kind of mystical simulation of a forest. It's always important to remember when you get sucked into a book, you are in a pocket dimension, and so there are some mechanical and thematic repercussions thereof. For example, items that you pick up in this pocket dimension are unlikely to exit with you, so use them if you got them. Also, if you really piss off a hag, probably there's not going to be any long-lasting repercussions, assuming you exit the pocket dimension and don't buy real estate here. So you have come across a campsite of worshippers of Malar. You have dispatched them. You have fought off many berserker barbarians and their two pet wargs, and you know that you are near the site of the corrupted pool. There is kind of storm clouds and lightning in the distance. I think it's simply a question of whether you wish to do anything here at this campsite or head onward to the site of the lightning.
I think there was some healing.
Did we do any healing?
Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah.
You may need to do some healing.
You left
before
a note, Erica.
I gave you a
big boss fights.
Potion of greater healing.
That's right. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to use it or if we were going to be able to take some time to sit around this nice campfire, maybe clear away some of the corpses and
take a rest.
Take a rest for an hour.
Have some
to do that.
Yeah,
I
I-
got one
walk,
single
walk,
hit point.
Kebabs.
Yeah. I am down 24, which like in the greater scheme of things, obviously significantly feeling better than Frittat'ha is.
One.
But
Actually, this is the greatest. I love it. Like, she is so excited that she managed to just use all of her hit points up for a good cause and soak a ton of damage in the midst of that battle. But yeah, I think I'm going to use my hit dice. Probably I'm going to end up using all 8 of them, but we will see.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. You guys, as a barbarian, my hit die is a D12. I could not be more
heck
excited.
yeah.
heck
Nice.
yeah.
That's huge.
How often do I get to roll a D12? Not very often.
Not
is
very
the
often
answer.
at all.
I'm very excited. Oh,
right.
well, rolling a 3 and a 1 on my first 2 hit dice. Slightly less excited right now, especially since I have no con bonus. So
I am also going to roll a couple hit dice.
Same.
let's do some more here.
I'm good. I was
Start
standing in a
with
forest.
2.
So
Yeah.
That's right.
I was standing in the forest.
I mean, it was doing things. It just wasn't,
I was throwing my knives from a
I'll
forest.
just remind you. I'll remind
I don't
you,
know-
James. Health is a team resource.
Yes.
I don't know why Droopy Dog is
Yeah.
the voice I'm choosing for you.
It's called tactics,
Oh, I've read about
All right.
those.
or self-preservation.
They're my. I like Final Fantasy tactics.
Just using my hit dice, I was able to get up to 41 out of 52. So I feel like at this point, I don't necessarily want to drink that potion right now. But it, like, depending on what else we run into, if I end up tanking again, I might just want to do it in the middle of battle. But if somebody else needs it right now, if their hit dice did not bring them back up to a place where they
Nope.
need to be.
My hit dice went great.
Lonewalker walks over and says, "What is that there on your shoulder, Frittat'ha?" And he like reaches down, and as he plucks something off of your shoulder, suddenly you feel 11 hit points of health return, bringing you to full health. And he
Very
goes,
nice.
it was nothing.
I thought that was going to be like you were going to produce a coin from behind her.
I know. Or there was a
feel
little like
That was the
creature.
vibe I was giving for sure.
I
But
feel like Frittat'ha has no idea what just happened.
I love that's
Wisdom
what I love
not
about
great. Yep.
I mean, to be fair,
Oh, okay.
Kathy also has no idea what happened other than health. But you know what? I don't need to know. I don't need to know.
Yep. Back up to full, ready to rock. So, I mean, I'm happy to keep holding onto this potion. And
Yeah, please hold on to
like,
that potion.
Yeah.
putting it on my belt so that it's easily accessible for anybody else
Just
if they
in
need to
case
run past
any of the
at any
other
point.
2 tanks
Got it. Hip potion.
need it.
I'm looking forward to Lonewalker's Las Vegas magician tour.
Yeah.
Me too.
I would buy season tickets if that's a thing. I don't know.
I mean, it's Lonewalker is not actually going to be performing. So yes, season tickets are definitely
Aw.
a thing.
Buy them now.
At
All right, would you like to-
tablepartykill.live, whatever.
Would
No,
you
I
like
was
to
gonna
head in
I
the
was going to
direction of
give
the lightning
the
and thunder?
Tony
Yes.
Magic coffee. link,
Oh yeah.
but I don't remember what it is.
GiveTonyMoney.fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
that.
That's the one.
That's where you can buy season tickets to Lone Walker's Lone.
HelloNerds.shop.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many ways to give me small
To
amounts of money.
give Tony money.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. So I'm going to assume that you're going to head in the direction of the thunder and lightning and
Yep.
dark.
Let's
dark
party.
clouds.
Very, very frightening.
So-
Represent God.
Galileo.
So as you head further in the direction of that, the sky becomes very dark. There is just
So dark
kind of
we can't
inky
see
blackness
anything.
all around you. Every now and then there is a flash of lightning in the sky. The lightning has kind of a terrifying like red kind of hue to it. And as you kind of come over a hill, you can see in the distance a large pool. And the lightning is clearly kind of focused over that. Red lightning is striking the pool again and again. Standing around the edge of the pool it looks like a half dozen creatures. They appear to be kind of wolf-like humanoids. Their backs are to you. They have their hands kind of raised in supplication, and they are chanting ominously. This is the Pool of Eternal Spring, or at least what is left of it. Its once clear waters are now streaked with red and black impurities. Standing at the edge of the pool, these feral humans clad in animal skins. 5 of them, I think it's safe to say, are werewolves in, hybrid form. 1 of them, perhaps in fully human form, and they are all 6 chanting, "Water into blood, earth into bones," over and over again.
Ooh, that's very ominous.
No,
I don't like that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to review this place pretty badly.
Yeah.
I'll keep my water as it is. Thank you.
Let's see here. As they are doing that, the kind of the storm clouds overhead are kind of swirling into a shape, and lightning continues to kind of crash down into the water, and a steam cloud is forming atop the pool, and from that cloud emerges a shape. Now,
Is it a
Lurue-
Malar shape?
Well,
Unicorn.
Evil
The-
unicorn.
the stories of Lurue speak of just like a pure and mystical creature of, a kind of ivory white, a silvery horn, a golden mane. The thing that emerges from the cloud is recognizable as a unicorn, but is not as you would have imagined a Lurue. The thing imagined from the from the storm clouds, from the fog and from the steam, is a jet black horse with a fearsome, almost rhinoceros-like horn, glowing red eyes, red flaming nostrils, and just kind of this ethereal red energy streaked all around it as if powered by the lightning bolt.
Bucephalus?
This is not.
Is this the Wonder
Is this a Wunder horse?
This is not. Well, first off, the Wunder horse, as seen in True Believers, as seen in Total Party Kill, Curse of Strahd, Bucephalus is a nightmare and the steed of Strahd von Zarvis, the vampire lord. It is a horrible fiend that is, it's his horse. But the key difference there is that Bucephalus, the Wonder Horse, is a horse. This is a unicorn. But particularly, this seems to be basically like an avatar of Lurue, of a physical embodiment of her power, but one that has been corrupted. And badly influenced by.
Seems very sad.
We must cleanse Lurue.
By Malar.
Tony brought Kathy into this adventure to kill a unicorn. That is what I'm hearing here.
No, we're gonna uncorrupt.
We're gonna uncorrupt. We'll
Through
find a way.
No, okay.
Uncorrupt.
James, I need a moment. James, look at me. Do not burn the unicorn down.
I think that unicorn is probably fire resistant. I mean, we can test it. But
No.
As you kind of stand on the edge of the woods, perhaps you move down to where I placed you on the map. The unicorn rears up, lets loose kind of a blood-curdling whinny, no! And leans down and is just going to roll an attack on the head of this Malar cult, as it tries to impale that cultist on her horn. So this seems to catch the werewolves by surprise. I have rolled a 16 to hit. That will do a devastating amount of damage to that werewolf. Let me just check here.
Seems like we weren't really needed at all.
I don't know, you guys. I feel like this is just, the typical cult behavior.
Yep.
They summon something, they don't understand what they're summoning, and then it bites them, and then it goes on to bite everybody else.
Yeah.
32 damage to the werewolf. The werewolf is bloodied. The unicorn then will attempt to trample the cult leader with the hooves. That is enough. Let's see, how much do the hooves attacks do?
I'm picturing us
Also
just all
32
standing
damage.
there agape.
The cultist is
Yeah, I mean,
crushed
Tony
to
doesn't
death.
need us at all. He just gets to roll his own dice.
I mean, like, I picture us sitting around a campfire toasting marshmallows, watching all these
So good
get
news,
dispatched.
there's only 5 werewolves left worshipping this thing. I'm going to suggest you all roll initiative.
You think?
Yeah, that works for me.
I mean, like, who are we fighting? Well,
You're simply acting in initiative order, James.
Lonewalker rolled a 1, and my initiative is -1, so I got the accursed 0.
Oh my god.
Okay,
I just remembered I have advantage. I don't know that I've ever used my advantage on initiative, but I've got it.
Nice.
So, the order is the werewolves, then Naiasa, Nightweaver, then Frittat'ha, Hermioneigh, the corrupted avatar of Lurue, Lovyn Oakenheart, and then Lonewalker next. I'm going to say that the werewolves are in panic disarray and lose their turn. Naiasa, Nightweaver, you are first.
Nice.
Well,
It's like the world has a surprise round on the werewolves.
you know, I think I've been kind of gently encouraged not to attack and or burn a unicorn. So
there are 5 non-unicorn targets in the pool of Eternal Spring.
So I'm assuming that, does this count as a sneak attack? Because they're kind of watching their friend be gored to death.
They haven't gone yet, so I think you, yeah.
Okay. Well, I will. I'll not go for the one directly next to the unicorn because I don't want it to think that we're messing with its food. So I'll go for the one at the top. And that is a 14 plus 7. That sounds plausible.
Yeah, that'll hit. I will tell you, none of the creatures here are heavily armored, so your ability to hit them is going to be...
okay. Well, that is 5, 9, 10, 11. That's 15 damage to the werewolf at the top.
15 damage to the northernmost werewolf.
And
all right.
I will fling another dagger at it for fun, which also hits and does... Oh, I shouldn't use dark dice when the lights are down. Does 6 damage.
All right. That werewolf looks peeved and confused. Frittat'ha, there's all kinds of things you could attack.
So far, this is a snapshot of what's going on in Frittat'ha's barbarian brain. Number 1, time to rush in and hit something. Number 2, I don't know if I want to hit the unicorn thing because it seems very important. There are werewolves, but I also don't want that unicorn hurting any of my friends. But the unicorn so far has been hurting the bad guys.
It's a real unicorn dilemma.
Like picture like a couple like little birds just like tweeting around, like, just chasing each other.
I love it.
Head. And in the end, she decides to stride forward and stand here. So she's kind of like here, maybe even. Wait, is this water? Is it liquid?
Yeah, it's okay. Water, but we're gonna say that it's a pool. Anywhere on the map is shallow.
Also, isn't there lightning striking it from a science point of view?
The lightning has stopped since the avatar has been silent.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Frittat'ha is 8 feet tall, so not exactly worried about the depth. So yeah, she's just gonna stride into there, and attack this werewolf, and hopefully at least have sort of the attention of the horsey, so the unihorsey, so it doesn't go straight on for the friends. I was thinking of trying to grapple it, but if it's just going to attack werewolves, maybe I'm okay with that. So yeah, we'll see what happens for next time.
We're helping.
Yes. Also, as a bonus action, Frittat'ha is going into a rage because what's more rage-inducing than a beautiful unicorn being turned into a corrupted avatar?
It's true.
That's
true.
Is not okay.
Yep.
So that means
I don't know what's kind of cool.
I'm trying to tell myself it doesn't, Sebastian. You're not helping.
Suddenly Naiasa appreciates
boy.
the black.
That is not great. Let's see. Maul, does a 12 hit a werewolf?
A 12 will hit a werewolf. Yes.
Okay.
They don't wear armor because they're werewolves.
Because they're werewolves. Right. All right. Well, this is my
they
old
operate
Maul.
au natural.
Giant chunk of obsidian. Oh, wow. I rolled max damage. So that is 12 plus 4 is 16, right? Bludgeoning damage from an obsidian maul.
And I apologize. Which of the two? Or sorry, you're only adjacent
the one
to
south of me. Yep.
You said 12 was the final amount?
No, 16.
16 was the final amount. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. I'm raging 18. So 2 more. I always forget about that. I actually
2 more. That werewolf looks peeved.
All right. Well, let it be peeved and let it be somebody else's turn.
Actually, I apologize. Are you using a magical maul?
No, it is just obsidian. So
Okay, that matters.
does
For
it look
no
like it did
reason.
any damage? Or
It looks like it took half damage.
Okay, that's
It's
fine.
made of obsidian, not silver, right?
Correct.
Oh, I
Not a
left
lot
all,
of silver on Athos where I got this thing.
I left all my silver daggers at home.
Yeah. All right. Hermione, you are next. I hope you're happy that there's a unicorn.
Absolutely. Question. If as a traveling centaur,
Mm-hmm.
I tend to, of course, have appropriate footwear.
Mm-hmm. Shoes. Yep.
Yep. And in order to properly protect my hooves, one might maybe have silver horseshoes.
I think you would have had to specifically seek out silver horseshoes because I think they are both expensive and I don't know how useful they would be as horseshoes.
Silver plated, maybe.
Silver is a lot
You might have
softer
been
than other.
sold some horseshoes and told they were silver.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Well, either way.
I'll allow you during for your next adventure. Now that you're there are lots of things that do not like silvered weapons. It is expensive to purchase silver weapons or convert a mundane weapon. If you want, you could spend some money. You characters never spend any money. You could totally buy some silvered horseshoes for next time.
Yeah,
but I don't think
not,
you've done it for
not
this
for
time.
this time. No, that's fine. Either way, I'm going. Oh, yes.
I was just going to say, I forgot that when I rage, my aura automatically pops off. So I actually do 3 fire damage to the 2 werewolves to the south of me, and unfortunately to the horsey as well.
The thought had crossed my mind, and I was keeping my mouth shut and hoping that nobody noticed.
James, that's not how we do things here at Total Party Kill. We're a team.
Anyways, I am going to go 10 feet back and then charge 30 feet forward.
Charge a
to
werewolf.
This werewolf. But first, I'm going to attempt to attack it with my short sword. You said a 12 does hit?
A 12 will hit a werewolf.
Thank goodness. Rolling. 5 points of damage.
All right.
And then I have to roll the charge again. 13. Well, if 12 does, then 13 would. Rolling 2 plus 4 is 6 points of damage.
All right. 6 more damage to this werewolf.
And
Really
then
spreading that werewolf damage around.
Then I'm gonna whip.
And Nene?
Yeah, obviously. Always Nene after the whip. 19
Hits.
is going to hit, and then a 4 plus 2 is 6.
6 more damage to that annoyed werewolf.
Why I oughta?
It just kind of growls at you. So the corrupted avatar of Lurue is next. This bestial, angry, spooky unicorn looks among the targets with glaring red eyes. And, you know, as I thought about it, I was like, well, there's a lot of people here that could get impaled by this unicorn. But only one of them set the unicorn on fire. So the unicorn rears around and sees Frittat'ha there. The unicorn's going to do 2 attacks to you, Frittat'ha. First, let's roll a hoof attack. Hooves.
Hooves.
Bad news. Rolled a critical.
I think I'm going to need that potion sooner than later.
Just, you know, the hooves kind of just rain down upon you. This is actually real bad.
My character is not wise, and it's coming home to roost, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Because, let's see here. A normal hoof attack would be 8d6 plus 4 necrotic damage.
86.
So, am I correct here that I would roll 16d6?
Yeah.
Correct. Now, is this magic damage or
It's
bludgeoning
hoof
or
damage.
fire?
So
So bludgeoning, right?
no, it will actually be, you saw the unicorn do necrotic damage to the...
Crap. So I don't resist that.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. Hold on, just figured out how to roll 16 d8s here. No.
Well,
I guess
obviously
I'll
dice
probably...
by peak out.
I will
I don't
probably
think-
be using my Stone's Endurance, which allows me to reduce that damage by 1d12, but I'm just going to wait and see if 1d12 is even going to matter.
Yeah.
That's a good point. The hooves just rain down upon you. 84 damage.
Are you
I feel
kidding
like
me?
that might be... Wait, how much is an insta-kill? Is it more than...
It's
like-
it has to be all of it plus half of the total.
What's half of 52?
26.
52 divided by
26?
2 is 26. Yeah.
What's 26 plus 52?
That's 78.
78.
Oh no!
I'm
No,
going to
no,
use
no,
my
no.
Stone's Endurance and just
Ugh.
see.
There we
if
go.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
I might be getting to Thanksgiving dinner on. I rolled a 6. I don't have a calculator here, actually.
What
That's-
is it you need to do?
that's only
84 minus
70
6?
78.
That's still
That's
too much.
Still
Yep.
more.
Yeah.
Are
Yep.
you kidding me?
Bye.
Good luck, guys.
We have not
Oh
had
my
somebody
gosh.
killed. This is, I think, possibly the
God.
first time someone has just been killed in a total party kill adventure, because those hooves just rain down upon you, hoof after hoof after hoof. Let me just check. Does anyone else have any
I need to
things they
confirm.
can do?
So it's your total your maximum hit points are what?
It's 52.
Okay, I thought that's what you said, but I wanted to make
Mhm.
sure.
Yep.
That's yeah. I don't have any reaction that I can do
I'm
here. There wasn't
trying
a
to-
save involved, right?
I don't think so, because it's just an attack. Because I have advantage on some saves, but that's
Yeah,
not
'cause if
one
there
of
was-
them. I
I've
resist
got-
it to cold and fire, but not necrotic.
I've got some sort of aura, but that only works. if it's
Maybe
like a save.
the potion that's in your pocket gets broken in the
think that
kick
happens.
and
There was
trickles
no damage
into your
from a
mouth.
spell. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I've
nothing
got
I can
nothing.
do.
That seems plausible. I can't.
It's this. Yeah,
I'm reading
this has
everything.
never
I'm just-
happened before in TPK.
Yeah, no,
has it?
take your time. This is,
Yeah.
I mean,
I really don't think that there is anything in particular. Let's see.
no, but
um,
it's worth, let me just say, this would be a thing that we don't want to discover an hour later.
That's true.
Oh, no.
Have
only if
somebody
we-
like
Let's see.
wait, secret
I didn't even
agent says
Oh.
total
Stop.
hit point, not half. It's all the way down to negative your full health. And
Oh, is it?
my Google search said the same thing. So
Might
basically
be.
it's
That was
it's-
worth knowing for sure.
Yeah,
It really
Yeah,
was.
that's
Yes,
my
because I
bad.
also
I'm
thought
sorry.
it was once and a half.
I
That
think
might
that
have been
was
a
in
4th
4E.
edition thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So I'm on.
Don't
six.
ask me what
No.
happens after that. Like I
All right,
don't.
so secret agent has been our hero multiple
Yes.
times
Yes.
for multiple reasons, but this is the big one.
This is
Yeah.
the big
Ooh.
one. They get major shout outs. They
They
better
They
get
like
a.
inspiration.
They need
inspiration
and a mention in the description because
yes,
this
for
is
sure.
this
So-
is
Good news, Erica. You're not dead. You're just dying.
Just dying. Yay.
All right. You know,
Let's turn off that aura.
I think we've moved past there was the era where people were like, oh, it's total party kill and characters never die. Where is there more bloodshed? And then I think all those people that used to listen who wanted that have stopped listening to the podcast because no one has called for your deaths in quite some time.
Yeah,
True.
Wow. All right.
That was scary
Well,
stuff.
that was exciting. That was the first attack from the unicorn. Seeing Frittat'ha go down and there being a werewolf next to him, or I guess we don't really know the gender identity of this unicorn, but the unicorn will then roll an attack on the werewolf. The werewolf will be impaled for 32 damage. The werewolf is bloodied, but alive, but very sad. Because let me tell you, you know where you don't want to be is caught between a centaur and an angry unicorn.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. There's a lot of hooves.
Yeah, so many hooves, so many bad things. All right. Lovyn Oakenheart, you have seen this horrible scene play out ahead of you. Frittat'ha is, I imagine, just kind of floating face down in the pool.
Why face down?
She's not gonna drown.
Roll a saving throw to see if you landed face up or face down.
Is that a dex saving throw?
Just to roll a d20 and get higher than a 10.
19.
You are lying face up in the, face up in the pool. There's a dead werewolf lying at the ground. Other werewolves have been attacked, but let me tell you, if I was going to set up a scene in which the corrupted avatar of Lurue demonstrates that they are super bad by killing the first cultist and then completely knocking out one of your toughest heroes, that would have been how I would have done it. So.
Drama.
Lovyn's just gonna look at Lonewalker and be like, "Can we leave?"
We're all thinking it.
If you do say that, then Lonewalker says, "We need to at least aid our friends before we make that decision."
Remember, everyone else but myself has berries, by the way.
I just met these people.
I mean, that's
Good luck getting out of the book on your own.
yeah.
Oh God.
Frittat'ha says, sort of mumbling.
All right. I guess I'll help take out the werewolves.
Thank you.
I think you would get
Although
sneak attack against the one that Hermione is engaged
Yes.
with, even if you do a ranged attack. So if you don't want to get up close, I understand.
Yes. Yep.
Then you can still get your sneak attack on that one.
People are just looking around to see assessing how many people feel like they have more than 40 hit points in their character sheet.
Ooh.
Okay. 21.
A 21 absolutely hits a werewolf. Again, no
Almost
armor.
doubly.
Yeah. 20 damage.
Yeah.
20.
Lovyn, tell us what happened?
Headshot.
Headshot. All right, your arrow sails through the woods, targeting the werewolf that was already pincered between a unicorn and a centaur. Catches him in the head, and he falls down into the pool.
Hermione says, "Thank you."
Face down. All right, 2 werewolves have been dispatched, though one of them not by you. Lovyn, do you want to move around or do anything else? Or are you happy where you are on the tree line there?
Yeah, I'm happy on my tree line.
Trees are your friend.
All right, Lonewalker, you
Lonewalker
are there.
moves forward to here and then leans down and rests his hand on Frittat'ha and casts Cure Wounds. And then we'll see how much that is going to be. Oh, I love it when I roll high.
So do I.
That is, well, I mean, it's it's still only just a second level spell, so that's 16 points of
16
health.
more than she had.
I will take it
Indeed.
happily. Yep.
And then
Frittat'ha's eyes snap open. What was, what building fell on hers?
LaRue.
It was a building with a lot of hoofs.
Yeah.
And then as a bonus action, I will say a small prayer, sort of cross myself and regain a spell slot using, I forget what it's called, harnessing divine power.
Ooh.
Lonewalker all set?
Lonewalker is all set for now.
All right. The werewolves are next.
I'm sorry, Tony. Before, and you can say no to this, obviously. You're the GM. But before the...
Yes, thank you. Tell me more about how great I am.
Before the short rest... Tony, just wonderful you are. Before the short rest that we took...
Totally buying it.
Can Lonewalker have resummoned Lightstrider, the steed?
Yes. We'll assume that, you did that because...
Yeah, because Lightstrider is just going to give me advantage on attacks, so it's just going to be providing the help action.
So the werewolves are next. They're a bit in disarray, but I think they're going to try and rally and attack the interlopers and then figure out what to do about Malar after that. So let's see here. Two of them are right next to Lonewalker. So I think they're going to do some attacks on you. Let's see here.
Fair enough.
They're going to do bite and claw attacks. So bite attack first on Lonewalker, claw attack on Lonewalker, and then the second werewolf will do
they're rolling rather high, aren't they?
That's great, right?
No.
Well, I mean, that's happening, right?
So that's 3 attacks that hit.
Oh, gosh. Sorry. And you see the damage is in there.
Yes.
Good. Well, no. News is what this is. Lonewalker, because a werewolf has bit you.
Yes.
I need you to make a DC 12 Constitution save against, what medical doctors would refer to as lycanthropy.
Is it a disease?
Or a born?
I would say yes, it is. I believe it is a disease. I believe it counts as both a curse and a disease.
Got it. You see like this blue glow surround Lonewalker, and the place where the bite mark is, it maybe started to kind of discolor, and then the flesh kind of it dissipates. The discoloration dissipates and goes away. Lonewalker's divine radiance keeps him immune to disease.
All right. Let's see how that goes for Hermione as the other werewolves attack Hermione. So I
don't have any sort of
blessed
magic
blood
or anything. So bring it on.
You may,
if you need a vial of my magic blood,
in the future, you may be a werewolf, and that will be an exciting turn for your character.
You know what? Bring it on. I can be part horse, part human, part werewolf. I'm all for it.
It's like a turducken.
You can always get that removed.
Yeah.
Like a turducken.
All right. I apologize. Ugh, so many attacks in here. Do you see the 4 most recent ones?
I can't. That's a lot of numbers. My AC is 18. Would you tell me how many people hit?
I think the good news is you only got hit twice.
Okay.
You're gonna and they're not. You will take 10 damage total. Some of it's piercing, some of it's slashing.
Okay.
And then the other news is that you need to make a DC 12 Constitution save to not get lycanthropy. You just got like a little bite. It was 3 piercing damage, just a nip. But they've got that.
But enough to make a difference. All right. I rolled an 8.
So
do I need to add anything to it?
Well,
do I get to add, or does it matter?
You get to add your Constitution saving throw bonus.
Okay, so +3.
Okay, so this is now we're in a HIPAA situation.
Oh no, sorry, just kidding. +6.
I think
for
that's
saving throws. Okay,
what did that get you up to?
8 plus 6 is 14.
That is important because that is higher than 12. So
yes.
You continue in
math is fun.
Math is fun when you're not a werewolf.
Yes.
You do not have lycanthropy.
Hooray! Yet.
All right.
That was
Well,
basically
that
a
was-
vaccine, so you can't
Yeah.
get it again.
Nope. Every time you get, you will potentially be cursed by this. I will tell you, there's some of my players in the past have been cursed by lycanthropy. It's, it can be inconvenient, but it's a manageable situation that people can live with and have long, full lives.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
So-
see Tony handing out leaflets that say, "So you're now a werewolf."
Yep.
Yeah. Welcome.
There are several lengthy Wikipedia pages to so your character is a lycanthrope. How will that affect you now? Naiasa, you are next. You're still kind of hiding in the tree line as werewolves are biting and clawing your friends, and a giant evil unicorn has trampled Frittat'ha to near death.
So who was it that I had attacked before? I think it's the one to the north of Hermione. Is that the one that I? It's like shuffling around the cups. I can't remember which werewolf is in which cup.
Don't put your werewolves in cups.
Please don't.
Probably one of them is like bleeding or something if you actually hit.
Yes.
Is one of them-
You would know. It is not bloodied, but the one exactly north of Hermione is the one that you have done
Okay,
damage
well,
to.
I will attempt to attack that one.
It
and
is,
I think-
I would say, clearly the most damage of the werewolf so far that is
And-
alive.
All the rogues get sneak attack because our friends are standing right next to the werewolves.
Because friends.
Well, that's gonna hit because it's a 19 plus 7. Okay, werewolf, prepare to be cured. 2 6s, 12, 14, 16, 21, plus
24,
4.
26, 28.
That is 25 damage.
That is a lot of damage to one
Yep.
werewolf.
Yeah.
That werewolf is badly bloodied.
And
Suck
one
it,
more.
werewolf.
One more for good luck. Not the werewolf's good luck. That was a
Hopefully.
natural 20, which is good.
Woohoo.
But
It is good.
this is only a d4 plus 4, but still, it's 2d4s plus 4.
2d4.
Which is a 1, a 3, which is 8.
All right. That werewolf is still alive, but barely. I would suggest that somebody who is not a devastatingly murderous rogue attack that werewolf, because I would not use a critical attack on that bother on that werewolf. All set, Naiasa?
Yeah, I'm just checking. I don't think there's anything. No, that's a bonus action.
All right, Frittat'ha, you're having just a nice, relaxing soak in this corrupted pool.
Full of mud. A muddy.
I'm gonna.
Well, it's the blood and the black, icky stuff that's the.
Well, because
I'm going
we're saying
mudding.
that the mud turns into bones, and so there's got to be mud in there to turn into. Listen. Yep.
Whew. Okay, first things first. She's gonna have a nice little potion of greater healing cocktail in this while she's mudding.
Yep.
That
Smart.
is, let's see. I think it's 4d4.
4d4.
I wish they were bigger.
So you said greater, correct? Not superior. I just want to make sure I've got
I
the
may
correct.
have written that down incorrectly, so
me
consult
just-
the record.
I will consult the record.
Mhm.
A potion of
Survey
greater healing.
says-
Greater healing.
Okay, so 4d4 plus 4.
4d4.
So I rolled a 4 and 1, so it's 5. 9, 10 plus 4 is 14 more hit points, which feels very paltry right now, but you know what? I'm still taking it.
Every little
Yeah.
bit.
14. All right. Now, that was an action to take a potion. The question is, what does Frittat'ha do? I know what I would do in this situation. I would play dead. Frittat'ha is smart, but not
Not
wise.
wise.
Mm-hmm.
Also, raging is a bonus action, and that would be good because then she would be resisting stuff again. However, the way that I read this, and maybe you can tell me if I am misinterpreting it, but the Storm Aura, which is the aura that barbarians can get at starting at 3rd level, the way that it says is your aura has an effect that activates when you enter your rage. And then you can activate it again on each of your turns as a bonus action. So the way that I read it, as soon as I put up that aura, it's going to do 3 points of fire damage to everybody in the aura.
Including Lonewalker.
Including Lonewalker,
Again.
yes.
That's
including
that
a
has happened
murderous
before.
unicorn.
I'm more worried about getting the attention of
The murderous unicorn.
the murderous unicorn. But since I'm also the only person standing next to it, or will be once I stand up, I probably, and Frittat'ha is for sure standing up. Like that's something that she would not be wise enough to stay down.
Non-negotiable.
Yep. So the question is, you know what? Honestly, this was a literally randomly generated character. This is the character that I had Twitter polls for every single stat and stuff. So, like, I am okay if this character goes down. That would be fine. It wouldn't be the first character I've lost on TPK. So I think I'm just going to play the character the way that I feel like she would be played. She's going to stand up and she's going to rage again. So I'm going to turn that aura back on. Because, I mean, if nothing else, she is soaking a big, huge attack that would be going to somebody who is weaker. So it might crit again and it may take her down. But
Also, for the record, I am not weaker by a lot.
That's true.
So.
You're much stronger.
I'm also not weaker.
I'm far away.
It's a very interesting party dynamic where we brought like 3 tanks and 2 rogues, and you know,
Yep.
yeah, no bards,
No bards.
Yep. So let me just mark off another rage. And yes, 3 points of fire damage to the unicorn, both werewolves, and not Lightbringer, but yes, 3 damage to Lonewalker.
Alrighty.
It's kind of a shame I had extra rages left for today, but so be it.
All right, let me just note that on my unicorn tracker.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hermione.
Like the Santa tracker.
All right. I am going to start by attacking the not as injured werewolf.
Hermione, you got a lot of friends up there, huh?
Yep.
Mhm.
It's fine. I'm fine. 13 plus 7 is going to hit.
Math 20 will hit a werewolf.
And I roll. What do I roll? My d6. Sword. 6 points, please.
You cut down a werewolf.
Hooray! Oh, I was
Huzzah.
going after the other one.
Oh, you didn't want to attack the bloodied one?
Well, I was going to do a smaller amount of damage because you were. I mean,
If you hit.
if I
I'm
hit.
fine. That werewolf is alive. You do 6 damage to another werewolf. Done.
Okay. I mean, I want to make them all angry at me.
All right, check.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to whip and Nene. The same. 7 plus 7 is 14. Going to hit. And I rolled a 4 plus 4 is 8.
All right.
And then I would like to take 1 additional action on my turn with an action surge, and I'm going to use the short sword to attack the bloodied
one.
Action surge.
12.
12
Point
is
hit.
their armor class.
Oh, wow.
And
No armor, just fur.
Just
and 6.
that's a tagline of something, but I don't know if I want to know what.
I've read that book.
6 points of damage.
So is Kathy.
You know that 6 points of damage will cut down that injured werewolf. 3 werewolves have been dispatched. 3 werewolves remain, and these 3 werewolves are angry and confused.
Bring it.
Like teen werewolves.
Yep. Like
but
teen
not
wolves.
getting to play basketball.
The corrupted avatar of Lurue is next, and it continues to be furious. It will start with a hoof attack on Hermione that it really thought it had dispatched.
No,
I am
Frittat'ha.
Frittat'ha, because Hermione's too far away, right?
A hoof attack on Frittat'ha, which the avatar of Lurue really thought was dead. I rolled a not very impressive 10 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
It will then follow it up with its second attack, which is the horn attack. So far, I don't think any player character has been hit by the horn. You have seen several
Correct.
werewolves impaled by the horn.
So excited to see what happens with the horn.
All right.
At least it's not a 20.
I have got a 26 to hit you.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
All right, so...
Just glad it didn't crit.
Just barely,
Because I feel
though,
like a crit
Tony.
with a
Just
horn
barely.
would
Yeah.
be...
Yeah.
Well,
insane.
here's what's going to happen. I do 8d6 plus 4 damage. Could be 16.
Yeah, I think I'm going down again.
What even is this thing?
Well, it's you know... it's
My
an
next
avatar.
my next plan was to grapple it so that it can't trample anybody, but I'm not going to be awake to grapple
It's
it.
fine.
None
None of us have tried to hit it, though.
33 damage.
He
on
told
its
us
horn
not to
attack.
hit it.
Yeah, I know. No, I
We
told
said not
James
to
not
burn
to
it.
burn it.
See, there's a powerful lesson here about communication.
And I am literally burning it, and that
Yeah.
is what has
Yeah.
been happening. So
Yep.
So
I should've
33
warned Erica.
necrotic damage, Broldish, not Broldish, sorry.
Necrotic?
33 necrotic damage to
Yeah, that takes-
Frittat'ha.
assuming roll 20 got its math right, that takes me down by 3. I had 30 hit points and
Oh,
3.
okay. I thought you
3
had
more
40
than-
something.
No, because I only had a 1 cure wounds and then 1 potion.
Okay.
So
So you're back down.
I'm back down. Yep.
All right. Just because you got impaled, give me a quick DC 13 wisdom saving throw.
Remember that you have a +3 because you're in my
Okay.
aura.
13.
13
say
is
the
what
DC
you
was?
needed.
Okay. Thank you for the +3. I needed it.
Yes.
Wow. All right. We'll find out what happens in the future when you fail that saving throw when somebody gets impaled by a unicorn, but not today.
See, and I thought you were going to say, hey, since you got impaled, playing the character the way the character's supposed to be, like, you're going to get inspiration. But no, I had to make a saving.
No.
You don't get inspiration for getting murdered. Lovyn
You should
Not
when you're a
murdered yet.
barbarian.
Not murdered yet.
Lovyn Oakenheart, you're next. I don't know how you feel about this whole situation.
No matter which werewolf
Not
you
great.
hit, you have sneak attack damage. They're all within 5 feet of an up ally. So
There's also an evil unicorn deity.
I wasn't mentioning that one.
Yeah,
Somebody
I think
needs to make an Arcana check to figure out like what we need to actually do about this
If
thing.
you hit the unicorn, you're not going to get sneak attack damage. So it's going to be
That
a
is
very puny little hit
Mhm.
if you can even hit it.
yeah, I kind of don't want to draw
You would get
attention.
sneak attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also
No
very
one's in
smart.
within 5 feet of it.
Frittata?
But Frittata's down.
I'm unconscious. That doesn't count.
Unconscious, but
I'm gonna move closer
Unconscious
and try to
means it
help
doesn't.
free
Okay.
up Hermione.
I mean, I only have 1 left. So,
Yeah, thanks for leaving me with 2
yeah,
of them.
Lonewalker's got 2.
Well, you have a elk to
You have an
help you.
elk,
You're
yeah.
fine.
It doesn't-
It
You have a
doesn't
ghost
fight
elk.
though.
well, yeah, but there's 2 of you and there's 2 of them. It's fair.
A
All right.
24?
Yeah, 24, 22 damage.
24 damage. Which of the 3 did you target after all that discussion?
The one by Hermione.
All right. That is a bloodied. I'm sorry, it's 24?
No, it was a 24
no,
on the
sorry.
roll, 22
22
to 22
to hit.
damage. Yeah.
That is a very bloodied werewolf. All set, Lovyn?
Yep.
All right, we're moving fast. Lonewalker.
Yes, we are.
You and your-
So Lonewalker with the first attack, with help provided, is going to strike out at the werewolf to the right of of him. I would imagine a 16 plus 7 is going to hit.
Yep.
So that's going to, let me try to put that into the dice box. That is that's silly. It's 5 damage to this werewolf with the warhammer, and then is going to strike at the werewolf to his south. And yes, I would imagine that a 19 plus 7 is going to hit. And that is going to do a much better 9 damage. Well, not that much better, but 9 damage to the one below. And then
That will bloody that werewolf.
I think it's going to be it. Actually, I don't know why I didn't do that. I think No. That's all. Yeah, that's all.
All right. The werewolves are next. There are fewer of them, which I appreciate. Makes my life a little easier.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Let's do a bite and a claw attack on Hermione. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
So bite
that's not
attack
too bad.
is a 21. Is going to be
That's gonna hit.
6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And you need to do a quick Constitution save against lycanthropy.
If potions don't work outside this book, it's also possible that your lycanthropy might be cured if we get out.
Which is
true.
good because I only rolled an 8.
All right.
Like 6 plus 2 because I rolled a 2.
Let me just check if the immediate effects of lycanthropy are.
Also, how does that affect my horse side? Like side of my body? Am I only
Poorly.
half a
You're instantly scared of yourself.
You still count
You
as
could
a
be
humanoid, right?
quarter wolf.
I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
How do
You
I
may-
check?
Is a centaur a humanoid?
I think by definition, no.
I'm Googling stuff. And
Yeah,
it's like,
centaurs-
here's all the groups you can join now that you're a lycanthrope.
Centaurs are
I am-
fae.
Yeah, I'm a fae,
Fae
not a
aren't
humanoid.
humanoid.
Don't know if that means anything, but suck
you
it,
can be
humanoid.
you can be a fae humanoid though, right?
It says your creature type is fae rather than humanoid.
Okay, I think you may be immune to lycanthropy then.
Oh, wow. Nice.
We'll see somebody, let me just say,
Yeah,
if we
someone will
figure
say
out later
something.
that that's wrong, guess what? You're going to have lycanthropy. But for now, it's
As
not,
of right now.
yeah, that's like a problem for 10 minutes from now. That's not a problem for now.
Yep.
So also a claw deals a devastating critical attack to you. You take 12 claw damage. Over in the other side of the battlefield, werewolves are attacking Lonewalker. Lonewalker, do they have disadvantage or anything like that?
They do not have disadvantage.
All right, I've rolled a bite and a claw attack. I guess these are technically dice rolls that I've made. I've rolled a 6 and a 7.
Those do not hit.
Then I'm going to roll a 19 and a 12. So I think you will get hit for 10 slashing damage. Does a 19 hit you?
A 19 does hit me barely.
10 slashing damage.
All right, I will take that 10 slashing damage and raise you a nod.
Okay. Your understanding of the game of poker is confusing at best. Naiasa Nightweaver, you are next.
Well, there's a bloodied werewolf at the top that I could probably take out. There's 2 at the bottom, menacing Lonewalker. I think Naiasa is kind of stubborn and is just going to keep going with the crowd at the top. Okay, I will attempt to attack that one.
Rogues don't like Lonewalker.
You're the one who dragged me into this book.
Yeah.
And I can drag you out.
That was a 15 to hit, I believe.
You know that hits.
Yeah, James, you know that hits.
What? Dice everywhere. And that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 plus 4, 16 damage
To the top one there. That
to the top one.
badly hurt, but still alive.
One more knife towards it, which was a natural 20 again. I'm using the natural 20s on the lowest damage thing that I have. So that's 2d4 plus 4.
2d4.
I'm going to use a d4 that I
Your
can actually-
commitment is really what makes
You know what? It's gonna come back around and it'll be funny again. That's what I'm going for. It might not be this game, but eventually
Or
it'll be
this
funny
year.
again. Or this year.
That is 5 plus 4. Yes, that's 9 more damage to that.
All right. Another werewolf falls backward into the defiled pool. Hermione, good news. You are no longer encumbered by werewolves. Lonewalker is fighting 2 werewolves by himself.
And really, it should have gone the other way because according to this very extensive list on Reddit, which, as we know, the internet and specifically Reddit is
Never
always
wrong.
accurate, never wrong. I am, in fact, enabled to be cursed by lycanthropy, slod eggs, or magical diseases.
Oh, good to know.
And I cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed. Additionally, I cannot be resurrected as an undead.
Oh,
So learning new things all day.
learning new
Every
things.
day. None of that really
Frittat'ha,
helps me right now.
It is your turn.
But
It is
Are
good
you
to
still
know that.
unconscious?
Yeah,
Oh,
death saving throw
death
time.
saving.
Death saving throw.
woo!
Do I get a plus to that saving throw? It's a saving throw, right? And I'm close to Lonewalker.
I think a saving throw is a saving
it's
throw.
a +3 on
Okay.
saves.
Well, I rolled a 15, so that's 18.
All right.
So 1 success.
1 success. Hermione, you are
Yay.
continuing to update your health status. You're doing
Yep.
great.
Doing great. Still good. I have 48 out of 76, so that's more than half. I will take it. And I'm going to measure.
There is an evil unicorn right near you.
Yeah. But it is the corrupted avatar of Lurue.
It has been
Which
corrupted by
means-
dark forces of
Whoa,
Noir,
you said the
Beast
whole
Lord.
name.
I
That
did.
has power.
Yes. I can say it 3 times if that would make a difference.
No. That gives it too much power.
But that implies that this is the shape of Lurue, but I don't want to take necessarily an action to Arcana, especially since I don't really have a lot of magical knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that would be a whole action. I mean,
Yeah.
usually Tony makes perception checks and
Okay.
Arcana
I'm,
checks.
Well,
I'm
then-
a generous dungeon master, and anyone who suggests otherwise is a bad person.
Okay, then in the midst of a battle, is there any way I can get help? Because I have a -1 to my Arcana, so it may
You
not
know,
necessarily-
roll high, and you won't need help.
That's true.
A generous DM.
Do I get anything for a critical fail? At an
I
Arcana?
think that's a 0.
That is a 0. in
You
fact.
think that all hope is lost and your deaths are all imminent.
Oh, man.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to, let's see, 20. I'm going to do my 10 steps back or 10 feet
Charge.
back to do a charge on this little guy right here.
Okay,
You gotta go
charge a
back to
werewolf.
go forward.
Yep. All right. Start with the short sword.
Short sword.
12 plus 7 is enough. And I got 3 plus 4 is 7. And my hooves is 18, which is going to hit. And 2 plus 4 is 6.
Yep.
And then we're going to whip. Watch me, Nene. Whip. Watch me, Nene. 7 plus 5, is that 12? 10.
is.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And 6 points of damage.
All right. That werewolf is having a real rough day.
Good.
All right. Well, the corrupted avatar of Lurue is next. I don't think anyone has attacked it or damaged it. Frittat'ha
than-
is still lying in the pool. And
Yeah,
so
I mean, it's been damaged.
oh
Yes.
yeah, but
Only
not by
by me.
anyone who's conscious. So the question is, does it attack Lonewalker or does it attack Hermione? I will do the classic roll a die and see. Odds, Hermione evens Lonewalker. Even Lonewalker it is. I rolled a 14.
Even Lonewalker.
The corrupted avatar kind of strides forward atop the pool. It's kind of, it's literally walking on water, and it is going to open up with a hoof attack on Lonewalker. I have rolled an 18 to hit Lonewalker.
If it ties, it hits.
All right. You will take 32 necrotic damage.
I will take Let's see how much less than that. Where's my... There you are. Oh, that's not that much. How much did you say?
32.
All right. So instead of 32, I will take 25 necrotic.
Okay.
That's not great.
The avatar of Lurue does not like the presence of a celestial elk here, and so it kind of turns to the side and attempts to impale the celestial elk upon its mighty horn. I have rolled a 23 to hit a celestial elk.
Oh, dear.
You haven't. Fine. Okay. Poof.
32 necrotic damage to the celestial elk.
Lightstrider returns to
And
Lightstrider's
because
home.
the elk is not a humanoid, we don't find out what happens when you get impaled by the horn.
We still
My horn can pierce the sky.
Reference acknowledged.
yeah,
Lovyn
nice.
Oakenheart. Leaving continues to seem like a great idea, except
Yeah.
there is nowhere to go within this sad demi-plane within a book. Your only path out is through a unicorn. Do not stop and ask it for directions.
Well, I will move over here and help Lonewalker now.
Mm.
Oh, what a novel idea.
Oh.
Oh. You
Or
rolled an
not.
8 on your short bow attack.
Oh.
You curry favor with the avatar of Lurue, who thinks that you're now on that side.
It's on purpose.
Well, hey, that's good.
All set? I think Lonewalker is next.
All right. Lone Walker is going to, now no longer with advantage, is going to strike out with, am I going to disengage and get them out of here?
That sounds like a smart idea. Oh, I don't know much.
I know what I'll do. I'm going to Misty Step, which then is not going to count as an action, to move back.
Teleport
And
across
then-
the battlefield.
Yells, and then I will attempt to call down a sacred flame on this werewolf here.
Okay.
I need and I'm sure they're very dexterous, but I need a dexterity saving throw of 14.
The one at the top is
Of course.
bloodied. I don't know if you can see that or not because it's kind of
Oh,
hidden
I did
underneath.
miss that. Yeah.
I have rolled an amazing
You've
critical
rolled a
success.
Beautiful 21.
Made me waste
Oh,
a 20 on a death saving
their
throw.
dexterity
Good.
Or on a
isn't as
dexterity
great as
saving
I
throw.
thought it would be.
When I would like to
So.
use it to murder you.
Alrighty. What a great, wonderful, amazing turn I've had. That's all.
At least you
That's
got
all.
away.
Yeah.
I did get away.
Still
at least,
alive.
yes. Still kicking.
All right. Werewolves are next. I think they're just going to converge on Hermioneigh because you're the easiest target here. Bite, claw, bite, claw. Let's see here.
Wow.
16 won't hit you. 14 won't hit you. 23 will hit you. 8 piercing damage, and you don't need to make lycanthropy saves because you are from the Feywild.
Yep.
16. My last attack, 16 won't hit you. So you are almost unharmable by werewolves as they scramble and claw at you.
Ha
Naiasa
On guard.
Nightweaver, you are next. It occurs to somebody that if somebody fed Frittat'ha the potion that she has on her belt, she would get back
No,
up.
I took it already.
She already
Oh,
took
Yeah.
It
I-
occurs to nobody that Tony is not a helpful dungeon master.
It occurs to everyone that everyone but Hermione still has a single berry
Oh,
left
Oh,
in there.
yeah.
That's true. You could
System.
feed Frittat'ha a berry and she'd be up with 1 hit point.
but that is an action, and it's
And then she would strike out immediately and try and attack.
Yeah.
I think 3 times. I think that might be too much. Although she still would probably try to grapple it just to keep it from attacking anybody else.
Mhm.
That part's cool. Maybe we should feed the berry.
I mean, honestly, I feel like Frittat'ha's job is to
Oh,
stop.
because Naiasa,
things
you can
from getting
bonus
through.
action disengage, can't you?
Yeah, I can.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I'm wondering about.
Naiasa
I mean-
is still hiding in a tree.
Oh, you might not even need to bonus action
I
disengage.
think I can
That's true.
Can you hand something diagonally? Does that count?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Okay, then I am going to run over here, pop a berry in the prone Frittat'ha's mouth.
You're
It's
back
probably
up with
wide
one hit
open.
point. Yeah.
I am going to run. Hang on, that was 25. I think I get another 5 movement. So I'm just gonna pop back slightly.
Hide behind or underneath the body of the dead werewolf leader.
Yeah, it's called tactics, and I'm going to
Read about him.
I'm gonna chuck some.
I will say feeding a good berry to somebody counts as an action.
Well, then I am going to hide under the corpse.
Yeah.
There you are. Tactics. Look
It's
them up.
like just pulling in a really messy sleeping bag over you.
So, I realize
Still warm.
I realize it's difficult, but let's see what I get.
It's like just a weighted blanket made of corpses.
Only one corpse.
That is a
Of course,
26. Does that succeed?
All right. Yeah, you hide underneath the deceased werewolf cult leader. I hope you're happy.
Warm and
Frittat'ha,
happy.
good news. You are conscious with 1 hit point, I believe.
Yep.
Yep. Which means it is possible that if I get attacked, I could just die, which again, I would be okay with for the record. But yeah, I think at this point, Frittat'ha is going to stand up, and yeah, I've got another rage, but I don't like. Even though it would give me advantage on the grapple because I'm a little concerned about being able to grapple this thing.
Listen, I give you permission.
Yeah, honest. Okay.
Yep.
And this is Frittat'ha to a T. She's got 1 rage left, and that would give advantage on the grapple. It's probably going to attack her anyway if she grapples it one way or the other. So that's let's just do that.
Boom.
Yep. And if she goes out, this would be the
best.
best way for a character to go
Wrestling
out.
a unicorn in a book.
I would have no problem with that whatsoever because it would be very appropriate
It's
to the
epic.
character. Yep.
Even if
So-
it means she will
stories will
never
be
find her
sung.
brother.
Yep.
Watch next adventure.
Ruffle-
We'll find her
Ruffle
brother.
quiche.
Lonewalker might just take a class in Bard to write your story.
Okay, so yes, so I'm raging. So 3 points of damage. Sorry, Naiasa, you didn't
It's
hide.
fine.
You went too close. And so that's 3 more points of damage to the necrotic unicorn, and I'm going to try to grapple it.
All right.
to
Remind
keep
me
it
how
from
grappling works. I
getting
believe
to
it's a
anybody
contest of strength.
Yes, I basically use my attack action to make a special melee attack, which is a grapple. The target must be no more than 1 size larger than me. Check.
Check.
Within my reach.
Check.
Check. So yeah, using 1 free hand, you try to seize the target by making a grapple check. I'm going to try to mount this horse.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to climb on top of
So-
do
it
it.
and hug it
I'm-
around the neck.
I'm just going to say this seems extremely foolish, and therefore you get inspiration.
It's not going to matter because your character's going to die, but congratulations.
No,
right, so-
your character will live. Dang it.
So I am rolling a strength check, which I have advantage on, and it's contested by either the target's strength or athletics or acrobatics, whichever
right, let
you
me just
choose
check.
to use.
It's going to be athletics. It is much stronger than it is dexterous. I have rolled. Do you want to know? Do you want to hear what I've rolled? Do you want to roll first? I've rolled a thing. Don't
I
look at
did
the
not
screen.
roll as great as I was hoping. Let's see. 15 plus 4 is 19.
I have rolled a 14 plus 4 is 18, which is 1 less than 19.
Woo!
That
Okay.
horse is grappled.
Yeah, so basically Frittat'ha is just leaping atop this zappy
You
unicorn
did
and
the epic front mount from Zelda that Link does, where
Yeah.
it kind of loops the arm around and gets on the back.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just, I don't know how big a unicorn is, if it's normal horse size or if it's extra big or anything.
I'd say this one is extra big because it's an avatar of Lu. It counts. It's a large monstrosity.
Okay. Well, I am also extra big. I am
Mhm.
large even for a barbarian Goliath. So yeah, I'm going to grapple it and let's see. as a barbarian, do I have 2 attacks? Because if I do, I only have to do 1 as the... Let me just look at my character sheet and double check. I feel like I want to triple check everything that I do at this point.
Right. This has been welcome to Googling while playing D&D. This is the appropriate.
Oh yeah, attacks per action 2. Okay, so I can also then attack it.
And I believe you have advantage on attacks against a creature you've grappled.
Is it possible to... I feel like I can't use my weapon while I'm grappling it, though. That's
it said you only need 1 free hand to grapple something, so...
That's true. I mean, Amal's a 2-handed weapon, but I'm really angry, so probably I can...
Or a dagger,
also, I could have done
split its throat.
I could have done that first. Sadly, I don't have...
Remember when Kathy was like, don't hurt the unicorn? And I was like...
Again,
feed
for
me the unicorn.
record,
fire
feed me
for
the
you.
unicorn's
I said, do not burn down the unicorn. I did not say don't kill the unicorn. I'm just making sure clarification is all in place.
And it was only applied to me anyway. So.
It's true. It's true.
James,
Don't burn, slit its throat. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's kinder.
It's important that we all work to understand Kathy.
Yep.
All right, we don't have
very
any
confusing.
idea of the armor class of this thing.
Nope, no one attacks it. Everyone just accidentally lights it on fire.
Not exactly accidentally, because I got a 16 and I'm worried that's not going to hit. But you know what? That's okay. I'm not going to use my inspiration for this. I feel like I might need
16
it
hits
for
a
something more
unicorn. It
important.
doesn't have any armor. It's just a horse with a horn.
Okay.
Hooray!
All right. Hooray! This is, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of bludgeoning non-magical
All right.
damage.
First,
and then I go back to hugging its neck real
I
tight.
feel like first major hits on the Avatar of Lurue, the horrible unicorn that has been transformed by the powers of Malar. Give me a quick wisdom check, Frittat'ha.
Wisdom check? I don't know what that is. My -1. It's a 14.
I think you know inherently that though this thing, this being, this creature, this entity started its, I was going to say existence as like a manifestation of Larue's powers, it has been fully corrupted by Malar, and that if you are to deal enough damage to it, you would basically fight off the influence of Malar and restore it to its Larue-ness.
I will basically then shout like from the back of the horse, the unicorn, just say, now that I'm close, I can feel it. The only way to restore Lurue is to take down this foul creature.
In D&D, the answer is usually violence. Speaking of violence, it's Hermione's turn.
Slit its throat. All right, I am going to, speaking of which, I'm going to try and stab the werewolf, the bloodied werewolf's and I rolled a 2 + 7. Not going to hit.
Not going to hit.
But let's try with the whip. 18 + 7 will hit.
Yep.
And 3 + 4 is 7. Yes.
That werewolf had 7 hit points. That werewolf is whipped to death.
Yay!
Precision whipping.
Yeah, precision whipping.
And that, I believe, is all I can do.
All right. The unicorn, the corrupted avatar of Lurue, is next. Erica,
Sorry. Actually, I would like to manifest my echo.
Yeah, you would.
Oh, right.
Because I definitely did not forget about that. And she does not get. Oh, she does get. Does get an attack. Oh no. Okay, so the order I did it's when I take the attack action on my turn, any attack can be originated from the echo space.
But you don't get an extra attack.
Nope.
Okay.
Not until I unleash incarnation, which I will do in my next round.
Okay. So the corrupted avatar of Lurue is next. Frittat'ha, you are currently like restraining
behind it and on it,
grappling
yes.
this unicorn, which it does not like. I think
Its speed is 0.
Its speed is 0. It can still attack you. It's just inconvenienced. And I believe it does not even have disadvantage to attack you.
Correct.
So it seems like that is what it should do.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna start. I think it. It's rearing around. It's gonna try and hit you with its hooves, which it can do.
It can totally like kick me in the shins, and that would hurt.
Maths 20 to hit you.
Yeah, I'm down again.
All right.
But I'm down on top of the unicorn.
All right. It knocks you out. You take 32 damage, and then it rears around, and it's going to try and impale the echo of Hermione, because that's right next to it. I have rolled a 14 to hit your echo, Hermione.
Nope.
All right. Lovyn Oakenheart, you are next. There's one werewolf left. There's also a real spooky unicorn god.
I'm gonna go for this werewolf.
All right.
With my sword this time.
Ooh.
Ooh, stabby.
20.
Definitely hits.
And 20 damage.
20 to hit, 20 damage. Very efficient.
So good.
That is now a bloodied werewolf.
Nice.
All right. Lonewalker, you've taken a second away from the fight.
Yeah. I think I still need to be away from the fight. So I am going to once again try to call down sacred energy on that werewolf there. So a dexterity saving throw of 14. Please don't get it.
All right, dex saving throw.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
I rolled a 15, people.
Rude.
I tell you.
So rude.
I tell you. All right. Well, cool. I will remain where I am.
All right. This werewolf is here. It has just been stabbed by Lovyn Oakenheart, so it's going to try and bite and claw you. Well, I rolled a critical fail on my claw attack, and I rolled an 8 on my bite attack. So I think you're okay, and you do not need to save against lycanthropy. Naiasa Nightweaver, you're having a lovely nap under a weighted blanket.
It's now slightly toasted.
Yeah.
I think I lean out slightly from my...
Just peek out.
Just peek out.
Like peacock?
Oh my gosh.
Branding. And I'm not really wanting to attract the attention of an evil unicorn, so I'm gonna chuck some knives at the werewolf.
All right.
We're the worst party ever.
Or are we the best?
Look, we all have our way of doing things.
There we go.
That is...
I think we are all playing our characters
You are all playing
very
your
well.
characters.
inspiration for all.
We just have a really bad character.
Yes.
I rolled a 25 to hit. So
Yep, roll me some damage.
that is going to be 6, 9, 12, 17, 19, 23 damage.
Ugh. Badly injured werewolf.
And one more for good luck. Sadly not the natural 20, but it was still a hit. That was a 17. So 1d4 plus 4.
1d4.
Which is 7 damage.
7 damage is enough to dispatch the
thank
final
goodness.
Thank
werewolves.
goodness.
It's just the 5 or 4 of you and an evil unicorn
5.5.
deity. Yeah.
Focus all fire.
Yeah.
Can I burn it now?
Yes.
Frittat'ha, death saving throw.
Woo. Oh yeah, and I still get plus. No, I don't get +3 anymore because Lonewalker is farther away. So that's a fail. So we've got one fail.
Strike
Oh,
one.
no.
Hermione,
All
it's
right.
you and your echoing it up.
Echo. All right. I'm originating my attack from the Echo's space, which I definitely know how it works.
Mm-hmm. It's like you're standing over there, even though you're not.
Yeah. Okay. 19.
19 hits Lurue.
And 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
And now because it's me and I'm does it get to
Yeah, it's
same
just, you do whatever you want. It's just like they happen over there.
Okay.
You are still you.
You're like a
All
really
day.
great dance troupe that is just 100% in sync with each other.
All right.
But one of the
7.
dance troupe is going to die because they're next to a horrible unicorn.
Yeah.
And one of the dance troupe is over by the woods doing great.
Which is safe. I'm going to 3 plus 4 damage.
7 damage.
7.
All right. Noted.
Okay. And then I would like to unleash Incarnation and heighten
that
my
do?
Echo's fury. Whenever you take the attack action, you can make one additional melee attack from the Echo's position.
So does that happen now?
So another attack.
Yeah. All
right. 15 plus 7 will hit. And 3 plus 4 is 7.
Still 7. All right. Chipping away at the avatar of Lurue. It looks irate. And in fact, it is its turn. So I think it will start off by attempting to trample the Echo of Hermioneigh in front of it. I have rolled a 14 to hit your Echo.
Nope.
It will then attempt to impale your Echo with its horn. I rolled a 22 to impale your Echo.
Yeah, that does it.
All right, 32 necrotic damage to your Echo.
It doesn't matter. It has one hit point. So it's gone. But it
gone.
took that
It did take
damage.
that damage.
Awesome.
Lovyn Oakenheart.
Frittat'ha salutes the Echo, from her spirit does from the grave, the near grave.
Your force ghost that's just watching over the fight.
Yeah. Eating popcorn.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Still want to make a run for it, but I will
To where?
move forward.
How many berries do we have between us?
I have
You
one
have-
still, but how? I don't think I can get it in your mouth if you're all.
No.
You
Yeah.
could
You're right. I mean,
I'm
you
also
could,
like
but
3
then
feet
you'd probably
tall.
take the next attack probably.
Just keep doing
damage.
Oh, there's no one close enough to the.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. You're not going to get sneak attack.
Oh,
Because
that's
Frittat'ha
so
doesn't
frustrating.
count.
Darn it. I will move up there next.
Oh, wait, hang on. You
Oh.
are a rogue, so you could get close enough to pop a berry into Frittat'ha's mouth and then as a bonus action, disengage. You wouldn't get to attack, but on this turn, your attack's probably not going to be that great anyway because you don't do sneak attacks. So
Yeah.
it might be the best use of your turn to just get Frittat'ha up to soak one more hit.
Sold.
I think
You can
that's
scurry
good.
over there without even being seen.
All right. I'll dive through the water.
You're so small, it actually is.
It works.
Yeah. And then I'll just toss a berry in your mouth and then scurry away.
Thank goodness for those
You could
berries.
hide if you wanted, and that would give you sneak attack next time.
Well, no, because he had to use his
bonus
bonus
action
action
disengage.
to
bonus action was-
disengage.
yeah. No, you're right. I'm all about the hiding.
And the action, I guess, was the berry giving.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Can he
All
hide next round and then attack? Can you hide
can.
and attack?
Yeah, and I imagine it would probably
one
be
of us
pretty
might
easy to
be-
hide in low water, right? You would basically dip in.
Lonewalker? No,
Sorry.
you can't hide in
Yeah.
Lonewalker.
You could just
Lonewalker's still alive.
dip into the water and then appear on the other side of the unicorn and stab it. So I would imagine it's pretty easy to hide. So
Sweet.
So,
All right.
Yeah, I guess just in the water now, chilling.
cool. It's filthy and awful, but you're not drowning. Lonewalker.
Yeah, I think so. Lonewalker is going to do a little bit of healing so that he can rush in again.
Good call.
Okay. And then he rushes forward. Well, I think he'll rush forward to here so that he can move forward next time.
Smart.
On his turn. And let me just make sure there's nothing else that I can do that would be good. That's not what I want. I want that, and I want that, and then I want to, he quickly grabs his weapon and imbues it with magic. So
Okay.
I'll have some pluses for next time.
Naiasa Nightweaver still hiding.
No, I'm not hiding because I couldn't.
Well.
I used a bonus action last time.
Oh, and there's nothing engaged with it, so you won't get your...
Yeah.
Oh, but do you get sneak attack if you hide? First?
Can I hide
Or is
first?
Is that a special?
Is that what
a
I
special
just
thing?
asked?
Yeah, but
Like if you could do a hide and then attack in the same turn?
Yeah, I mean, you can do it in any order you want.
Yeah,
I just don't
the
know
order doesn't
if
matter.
all rogues get sneak attack
Why
when they
would
attack
I-
from hide, or if that's a special class feature.
Yeah, I
if
don't
I
know.
could always hide and then attack and get sneak attack, why have I never been doing this before?
Well, I don't
because
know.
then
Maybe
you're
you
not
can't.
hidden
That's
from
the
other
thing.
attacks.
That's true.
Right. Okay.
And you're a coward.
Yeah,
so.
also...
I'm not a coward.
why.
He's
I'm like,
Yes, you
tactics.
were.
It's tactics.
it's like somebody needs to be alive to report your deaths. So
To who?
To the book police?
You'll never get out.
I can run very fast.
Yeah, but you're in a book.
book.
Where
You're
you can't
in
get
a book.
out.
It's a limited
You
demi-plane.
cannot run
And you can't
anywhere.
go back.
I will
Backwards.
run back to a village of innocence and surround
You
myself
can't.
with a
You can't.
shield
That you
of
can't. That
The
it
book
doesn't
has
exist.
closed it off. Yeah, it's you hit the edge of the holodeck and there's just nothing
The
there.
limit does not exist. Oh, wait. No,
Okay, fine. Okay, I will. If I hide this, so I could attack, then hide, and then on the next turn I'll be able to.
Or you can hide and then attack.
No, but what I'm saying is on the next turn, then I'll be able to attack, then hide.
Right.
So
but
I will never
It's like
be
a 1,
visible.
2, 2, 1.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't, like, there's 4 other people that are closer to the unicorn than you,
Okay, fine.
and
I don't.
your count of pain is higher
I mean-
if you hide. But whatever, it's fine.
I will.
Do whatever
I will-
Naiasa would do.
don't
Play the character.
you.
Look. I have been told earlier that I am not allowed to burn a unicorn, and
Still going with that.
Yeah,
uh,
but you can stab it with your
Okay.
magic knives.
okay, fine. I
So much
hide.
talk.
I hide
Whether
under
James is going to attack the horrible monster or not.
No, it's how.
The thing that has killed like a dozen werewolves and hurt Frittat'ha over and over again. But James is like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's a question of whether you do sneak attack and then
Yes.
potentially take an attack from it, or do a regular attack and it
Yes.
attacks somebody else.
Yeah.
But there's
exactly.
also two other people before the unicorn can attack. So I
Yeah,
think
like
you're gonna be
we're
fine.
going to be able to take it down in the next.
I might be able to
attacks.
grapple it again, in which case its speed would be 0, in which case it wouldn't be able to attack you.
Yep.
Okay, if I just want to say, if I die in the next round, then this is on everyone.
That seems extremely unlikely.
Not on me.
Yeah. Lovyn's like, I want to leave too.
Sebastian, I have no part in this.
I don't even know these people.
He's right.
I hide under the convenient corpse of a werewolf.
All right,
Right.
roll stealth. Get higher than 13.
Quite easily, 18.
All right.
And then, surprisingly, pop out again.
Why would somebody hiding under a werewolf do that? Sneak attack.
I mean, it seems unbelievable.
Yeah.
And will foolishly attack the giant murderous unicorn.
Yeah. That's what we're here to do.
Just not with fire, and you're fine.
Well, I rolled an 18 plus 7, so I think I hit it.
It did indeed.
And I do 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23 damage.
All right. Now you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, James.
But now I'm in the open and it's seen me.
Oh, it's so scary. The unicorn is bloody and enraged and turns to look at Naiasa with its angry, angry eyes. Frittat'ha, it's your turn. You're conscious.
I'm conscious again.
Face up in the mud.
I'm going to stand up, and this time I'm going to attack with the maul first.
All right.
I am not raging because I am out of rages, so that doesn't happen. So I don't get... I wouldn't have advantage anyway, but I wouldn't have a plus. That's not a great roll. Let's see. That's a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit a unicorn deity.
I didn't think it would. But now I'm going to try to grapple it with my second attack.
Okay. This is where we do a strength attack.
Yep. Yes.
Roll higher.
That's bad.
Oh, no.
I'm going to use my inspiration to try to grapple the thing. That's, let's see, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't get my plus 2. 15. It's only a 15.
I rolled a 14. So.
It worked again. Yay.
Frittat'ha gets back on the horse.
All right.
Back on the horse.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So now it can't come and it can't get Naiasa.
Hermione, you're next.
All right. I am going to... Let's see. No, I can't charge it. Can't get back far enough. So I'm just going to come in and attack. With the unicorn, which means it's a crit.
Woo.
Which means I roll 2d6.
2d6.
Thank you.
A unicorn against a unicorn. Good unicorn versus bad unicorn.
Another unicorn, which is 6.
Woo.
So unicorn's all the way down.
2, 6, 7, 8. So 12?
12 damage. Things are not looking good for the corrupted spirit of Lurue.
But let's whip.
Let's do it.
Nay.
Nay.
6 plus 7 is 13. Is 13?
13 does
you
not
loved
hit.
it, Sebastian.
All right. It's a bone. I would like to use my bonus action to get second wind and regain some hit points because I have a feeling
Good choice.
I am not going to be ignored.
In a good place.
Yeah.
Shortly.
So I think the Avatar of Lurue is next. It is going to start off with, this time it's going to try and impale first. It's going to try and impale.
Impale first, ask
Mixing it
questions
up.
later.
Impale Frittat'ha. I rolled 10.
10 doesn't hit.
And then it will try and trample Hermione.
Can it trample if its speed is 0?
Well, it's doing a hoof attack, so it's
okay.
Sorry, yeah.
It rolled
I
low
called it
again.
trample because
Yep.
it's not going anywhere. I have rolled 2 3s in a row, which is insufficient. It is, it's like the unicorn is kind of like spinning in the air, trying to find a target, but just it turns out having a Goliath hanging around your neck is real inconvenient.
Worse than an albatross.
Yep. Lovyn Oakenheart, what will you do?
I'll just pop up from the water and fire an arrow.
Pew pew.
13.
The armor class of a unicorn deity is higher than 13.
Oh,
Sorry.
Do you get a second attack? I don't know where rogues get
I don't
second
believe
attacks.
so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
There could
I'll
be
just
a
duck back in the
You might
water.
have a bonus.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
one attack.
If you want to hide, then that's an action, a bonus action. But you can do don't you have a second?
I don't know.
No second
I don't think
attack.
so.
Because I think
I'm
Sebastian
looking at
set
the
up
character sheet.
more of a range-based rogue versus a
Knife-based rogue.
yeah. Lonewalker?
Yeah, so Lonewalker is going to rush forward and do an attack. And so that's going to be... Oh, wow. So I definitely, that's going to hit 19 plus 8. And then I am going to do, let me make sure I've got original sound turned on, because on top of the 1d10 plus 4.
1d10.
I am also doing some extra damage thanks to divine wonderfulness.
Yes.
Right. So that's 8. That's 12. That's 15, and that's 20. 20 damage. I don't know if radiant damage has like special impact.
It does have a special impact because it is enough to push your attack over the edge. The avatar of Lurue kind of stumbles backward. Frittat'ha, you fall off. It's kind of like the avatar loses some of its corporeal nature, which makes it hard to grapple. And like kind of looks up in the sky, and a lightning bolt rips through the clouds. Suddenly the sky is clear. A white lightning bolt hits the unicorn. All of you kind of like your eyes are kind of dazzled by the blinding light. And as your vision clears, you are not looking at a corrupted avatar of Lurue, but at just a glistening white unicorn with a golden mane, a silverly glowing horn protruding from it, just kind of standing there looking at all of you.
Significantly less cool looking.
Dang.
Wow.
The unicorn kind of bows at all of you, and as it bows, its horn touches the water, and like energy ripples out from that, and all the blood and bile and black ichor that it had corrupted the pool suddenly clears, and it's just a clean blue water, glistening water. And the sky is suddenly looks nice again. You think you might even hear some birds.
I feel like
in the
when
distance.
Frittat'ha fell off when it backed away, like she just landed on her butt. So I feel like she's just sitting in the water, just sort of splashing the clean water. Like, nice.
And
maybe drinking a little bit.
Whether you meant to or not, no matter how reluctant you were, that you have done a good deed today. And you only really have like a moment to drink it in before...
Literally, for some.
You materialize back in the Candlekeep reading room.
Wow.
Strangely, Frittat'ha materializes like another foot off the ground. And you fall again. But you're
Does that take my one hit point away? And I'm like,
I was going to say falling
Yeah. Thankfully, we have 2 more berries left. We're okay.
And the book that you were reading, the Lore of Lurue, is still there on the table, open, and it snaps shut. And atop it, there seems like there might be something there.
We look.
Yeah.
I'm still sitting on the floor.
Some of us look.
There's a ring atop the book. There's also, the book is kind of like
Dibs.
humming, and you get the sense that perhaps each of you wants to touch the book.
Oh, I touched the book.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Hermione,
So do I. Absolutely.
You touch the book. Does everyone touch the book?
I touch the book while I'm trying to grab the ring.
All right. You all touch the book, whether
Except for Lonewalker.
You're jerks or not. Each of you that touches the books, you are granted a supernatural gift from Lurue. You are granted a charm of animal conjuring. Look this up. This is basically it's a special charm. You can use it several times that allows you to summon animal companions.
Lonewalker looks to Lovyn and says, "Is it safe to touch the book?"
Yeah.
And
over
then
here.
Lonewalker reaches
All right.
out.
And you touch the book. So each of you, please note, you have this charm of animal conjuring. It gives you a certain number of charges, and it lets you summon a certain number of low level or lesser number of higher mid-level.
Is there a way to add it in?
We will find that out. I believe that there is. It says it is listed under charms.
Cool.
The ring atop it. So there's only one ring.
I feel like I feel like there's a thief off. Like both of the thieves are like,
Yeah.
You may need
Reaching
to
for
do
that ring.
contested like sleight of hand checks here. The ring is the ring of shooting stars. It is a magic ring that allows you to do a variety of things. Some of them are less exciting, like it allows you to cast light. It also allows you to cast all lightning. So that's it has a certain number of charges that you can use that might be useful for people to have. You should decide which of the 5 of you does that. Yeah.
What if
Mike
we
will put a
just
link.
mean girls it and break it?
I think magical items are very hard to break, so that's the one advantage that you've got.
I mean, we could all
now.
roll dexterity or some.
I like the 2 thieves doing a thief off.
Yeah,
with,
I think
like,
that's
a
I mean,
sleight
I
of
did
hand
call
check.
dibs.
Well, I grabbed it.
I don't think Naiasa cares about dibs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, can we do
Did you
that?
say sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, both of you roll sleight of hand.
Sleight
see
of
who
hand,
gets it.
yeah, seems good. I rolled a 20.
Oh.
Oh no.
19.
All right. Well, Naiasa, you get to decide who will keep this. Possibly you. I put a link in there.
I put the ring slowly on my finger while staring Lovyn in the eyes.
It's very Naiasa of you.
I put the thing in there, Naiasa, you can look at that. The main thing it lets you do, the most exciting thing it lets you do is create, oh my god, why does James have this? A 3-foot diameter sphere of lightning.
Oh my gosh.
I will use it for good.
Will you, or
You
will
will
you
use-
stay
let's
in the
just-
trees?
Yeah, let's just agree that you will use it.
Yeah.
The other most exciting thing for completing one of the Candlekeep mysteries, you all gain a level. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
What is good
And-
is that since there's also a level 9 adventure that Naiasa is in, she now has those 2 items and
No, you
won't be
don't.
using them.
Oh!
No, you don't, because I'm not rewarding you for creating possible continuity errors.
But
So,
people will be
yeah.
saying, why did he not use the ring of shooting stars?
Well, yes, people will be saying that.
And that's
People
just
people
too
being me.
darn bad.
Yeah, people being you. So yeah. Well, listeners, thank you for listening. It's fun to close out another Candlekeep Mystery adventure. Tune in next time for more Total Party Kill hijinks. Thank you to my players. James Thompson, thank you for coming back.
Thank you for letting me be a jerk once again.
Kathy Campbell, always a delight to have you.
Thank you for letting me finally have some unicorn magic.
I think we talked about
in
that
a
like a
D&D.
year ago.
Yes, we did.
Micah Sargent, it's legally not Dungeons and Dragons without you.
Oh, hearts for Tony and all of you listeners.
Erica, thanks for coming back.
I was totally ready to have this character die, but I'm kind of glad that she didn't.
And Sebastian, thank you for joining us for your first Total Party Kill adventure. I'm glad we didn't kill you.
Me too. Thanks for having me.
Goodbye, nerds.
Goodbye, nerds.
The Incomparable Podcast Network. Become a member and support this show today. theincomparable.com/members